grind. Yeah, I do this all the time. Yo, wake up in the morning, go get a state of mind. I done feel so many times, but I gotta keep trying. I ain't giving up, nigga, put it all on the line, yo.
Happy Resurrection Sunday, my teetoters, my tea coasters, the tribe called Tea. We are in the Resurrection Sunday where Jesus has risen from the grave. Hallelujah. All our sins have been washed away. I am here with a quick review of Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 6, episode 1. And let's remember, all things on this channel that I discuss is in my opinion. It is for learning, teaching. It is for entertainment when entertainment applies, you guys. Okay, so you guys, this is also covered by the copyright disclaimer and the, guess what, the Fair Act use, okay? The Fair Use Act, okay? Because, we have to be protected over here. And you guys that don't know, please go subscribe to my backup channel, Back to Reality with Sassy T. That will be going up shortly. I also have merchandise, t-shirts for sale. There have been people that have bought them, and they are great. So if you want to give to the channel, of course you may give. Cash App, $ Teresa Lindsay 12. You can do super stickers, super chats, anything to help this channel grow. I am trying to do a podcast style on Back to Reality, so all monies are accepted. Let's get to Love and Marriage Huntsville, child. So it starts off with Melody going to Kimmy's house with some beautiful flowers, and Maurice and Kimmy are there, and Mel greets her, and Mel made it known that she has not really seen Kimmy since LA, but she has talked to her via social media and stuff like that, okay? Because Mel, of course, has been touring. She has been doing speaking engagements. So, of course, Mel is busy and booked, and Kimmy knows that. But Mel has been supportive of her. So they get there, and Maurice is in a funk because he feels like Kimmy is trying to do too much, and he needs her to rest and to get her self, rejuvenized for these upcoming surgeries. And I have to agree with Maurice on this. I really do. Kimmy is in a state now where she is vulnerable to any kinds of viruses and bacteria, because her immune system is so compromised right now. And more rest the body gets, the more rejuvenated it becomes, okay? So yes, I agree with Maurice on this. I totally agree. But Kimmy is a go-getter, and she doesn't want to be still, and I get that too. But anyway, they get to talking about Kimmy's chemotherapy, how it had ended, all right? And she wants to do a celebratory celebration. And Mel's like, I would throw it for you. And Mel was asked, how has she been? And, happy late birthday to her. And did you go anywhere? And Kimmy was like, Mel was like, yes, I did. I had a good one. She was very short. And she even said in her confessional that, I don't want nobody knowing my business. She said that's why I kept it short. And I don't blame Mel, not one bit, because her business is her business, right? Anyway, so they get to talking about this celebration, and Kimmy does say she wants everyone there. And Mel says she will respect her wishes, and she will invite everyone that she wants at the celebration. And that was very big of Mel, very mature of Mel, and I commend her for that, okay? That was very good of her to do that. So they practice on, who gonna answer the phone. It's Tisha. And that was a funny little skit. Okay. Next, it goes to, you guys know I never go in order, but it goes to Martell. Okay. Martell from the hell of the depths, honey. He's getting a facial. And he's talking about he's got some bags. Well, you got bags, bro, because you out here running the streets trying to be 20 years old when you damn near 50. But I regress, I regress, honey. But anyway, he's getting a facial. He's talking about he loves to be touched. Let's go, old freak. Like always, Mr. Stretch Man, always trying to get somebody to rub his old kinky body. And that old gherkin pickle of his. Lil Bumpy, always doing something, okay? And by that time, here comes his mom, Merlene, the drinking machine, with them braids from the Predator. Honey, she look like something from the Predator. Miss Merlene, them braids ain't working now. No, baby. You need to take those braids out and get you a short do, okay? Get you a short haircut. Get you some color in that haircut. I mean, I know y'all struggling right now with the finances, but a haircut? Those braids look like Boss Baby did them. Anyway, so she's talking about what you doing, son? And he said, I'm getting a facial. She said, what? What's that? A facial? And he said, you might want to do one. No, that's okay. I'm good. And they get to talking about, skiing. And then Chiii calls. So calculating. And she's in Portugal with the girls in Roja. And he's talking to her. And he made it very clear that he and Chiii are friends. And she is taking it slow with her. And that, it is what it is when it comes to Chiii. We know it was a facade. We still know it's a facade. You can't fool us. You might fool Coleslaw. But baby, you can't fool us. We know what's up. Okay, Lil Bumpy. I'm so sick of these fake storylines. Get you a real one. Show the hoe that you are, okay? Be the hoe that you are. Because we know you're a hoe. You know you a hoe. How do you know? Because you showed us so. Yes, okay? You're a hoe. All right? So, he tells his mother, Marlene, the drinking machine, that, he's in therapy. And she said, therapy? What you need therapy for? You don't need therapy. And she goes to proceed and just talk. You're a good son. I don't understand. And he says, well, I'm in therapy. The kids were in therapy. And then she goes to say, if males stop talking about their father in front of the kids, they wouldn't need therapy. Marlene, first of all, do you live in Mel's house? Have you ever heard Mel talk about their father in front of them? I think not. I think you need to stay in your place. Stay over there. Worry about Marlene going to them triple A's. And stop worrying about what Mel is doing with her kids. Because her kids need therapy because of something your son did. Your son is a psychopath that keeps stalking Mel. And you, my dear, are an enabler. You think Martell don't do nothing wrong, but Martell is a walking time bomb. And you know it. That's why you're always giving him praise, because you've seen this attitude and this aggression and this anger before. And you just don't want to face it. No, he's not a good son. He's not. A good son don't put you at risk. A good son don't put his family at risk. A good son don't go continue to cheat. And knowing that it's so many communicable diseases out here that you can't even get rid of. A good son would have kept his family. A good father wouldn't even have a time to think about cheating, because his energy would be poured into his children and his wife. So no, he is not a good son. He was not a good husband, and he's barely showing that he's a good father. Okay. He was talking about the Destin trip, how after the Destin trip, he's been trying to talk to Mel, but it's just been off and on. That's because you went out here, you dummy, and you told that ego brain conniving, shop-proof little sidewalk of yours about Mel's condition medically, and you had no right, no business at all to do so. But you found it in your business, in your mind, to tell her about that. And it was nothing that you should have said to her because, for one, the kids were not with you. Secondly, Knox was not there. So why would you have anything to tell? Yeah, I don't blame you. Did you not tell your mama, your mammy, that you went to her house unannounced with a bottle of wine thinking you're going to get up in there and have a good time? Nah, you didn't tell that, did you? See, this is the kind of stuff that pissed me off about this show. Martell has been given slaps on the wrist, and I need for Carlos King, I need for you, my son, my dear, to hold this man to the fire because Martell has been getting away with everything. Everybody has been covering for him, even including Mel. And Mel she still hides, not for him, but for her children. Okay, she hides a lot of stuff that had happened in that household because of her children, not because of him. All right, let's be clear. She did in the beginning when they were married. She cleaned him up. Now he's a lost soul. He's lost. He don't know how to navigate this life without Mel because Mel was his GPS. She was his GPS, and he's just lost. Okay, so Marlene, I need you to take several seats back and sit down and worry about what goes on in your house and worry about how them bills gonna get paid because your son don't pay him no more. Mel don't pay him no more. Don't be coming for Mel when Mel hasn't said anything or done anything to you. I need you to sit back, hush up, and go get your hair done. Okay, go make an appointment, a real one, because that ain't working, predator. But anyway, they talk and it goes on to, of course, Mel and the kiddos sitting down, making hot chocolate, having a good time, laughing. She tells the kids to go into the next room. She proceeds to make phone calls to Tiffany about the party. And Tiffany is, of course, always supportive, and she always comes if she can. And then she goes to Stormy, and Stormy was like, huh? Hello? Hello? And she was like, hello? Hello? Who is that? She said, this is Melody. I was calling to invite you to Kimmy's celebratory party for her cancer-free. And she was like, oh, you got any phone? She's like, no, this is just a new temporary number. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she calls Letitia, thick tongue. And she was like, hello, this is Letitia. Oh, God. And she was like, hey, Letitia. She's like, who, huh? Who's this? And, of course, Mel said, this is Mel. And I am calling you to invite you to Kimmy's celebration. And I just want to know, would you be able to come? And she's like, yes, of course, I will be able to come to Kimmy's celebration. She said, okay, thank you. Bye. Then she calls Martell. And Martell, honey, you thought he would choke because she called him. And this fool actually thought that Mel called him about a prayer he wants her to say every night with him at 10 o'clock about getting their relationship back on track. What is she going to do? Chant? Who you praying to? Because this relationship has been over. This is the kind of thing hook brain don't understand. I told y'all that one neuron is firing and it has fired out. Okay? It is on this last leg. But anyway, Hookhead says that, did you think about the prayer? And she's like, I'm calling you to invite you to the celebration for Kimmy because Kimmy is, celebrating her cancer journey. And he was like, yeah, of course I'll be there. And then she hangs up, which she should have. Okay? Which she should have. You guys, to me, it seems like this is just a regurgitation of the same old mess, okay? Martell doing the same old thing, which we expect him to always do the same old thing, okay? Because this is just who Martell is. All right, so you guys, it gets to um, the party, okay? The party is at a virtual kind of like a top golf type thing, and everyone shows up. I see old Cedric looking like a wildebeest, hair all over the place. I guess he going through the struggles, because you know, you guys, so Cedric has been in court about this misconduct of a female. He has. And he's looking kind of crazy. But one thing about Cedric, if you go back and listen to some of these uh, older episodes with him on it, he told a lot on the Scots, and he told a lot on Martell. Yes, Cedric gave a lot of clues, honey. A lot of clues. So, you guys, everybody shows up. Kimmy is there, and Maurice is there, and the Snots, Letitia or Lethethia and Marcelholt, they show up in all their pink, looking like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol, and everyone is there. Okay, I did not see Destiny, of course. She wasn't going to be there anyway because, you know, her and Kimmy had a little word. But anywho, in any way, Kimmy lets everyone know that the surgeon did not see, the pathologist did not see no cancer. But she does have to go through the chemo and not chemo, I'm sorry, you guys, the radiation and the surgery to remove the area where the tumor was and the areas that around the tumor, okay, to make sure all the cancer is gone. But anyway, it was a good night, and of course, here come Martelholt moseying his sneakering himself over to Mel, talking about this prayer. This obsessed Negro is something else. Won't you go pray for yourself and see how far? It ain't going too far. It keeps bouncing off the wall, okay? You want Mel to pray because you know Mel prayers come true, and you think that you still got a chance with your ex-wife. She's an ex for a reason, dummy. Just go over there and make a fool out of coleslaw. Keep making her coleslaw. Keep keeping her a side chick, and stop with the antics. It's all semantics right now, and I'm so sick of Martell, you guys. I don't know what to say or what to do. This man is kind of scary in a way because he's so obsessed with Mel. And you guys, it's just, it's sickening. You lost. You gave up your family. Face it. Deal with it. And understand it. But we know Martell is not going to do that. So you guys, I will be going live later about 6 maybe. If not earlier, I might go for a lunch live, okay? And we will talk about this. I want to take time out to thank QT for having me on her panel last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you, Renata, for the beautiful prayer. Girl, we had church up in there. Yes, yes. And Anthony Lofties, I want to thank him as well for having me. I'm sorry I had to leave, but I had to be on QT. But anyway, you guys, I love you guys. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel and give. Thank you. Bye.